Hello, everyone. It's New Cleopatra. Thank you all for being here. I am filling in for Lamarr. We've got some exciting news in regards to Cleopatra's tomb. I think we also have a predicted it. So we may do a predicted it. I know it's super late, but it is Friday, so y'all, there's an excuse for it to be late. I missed you guys so much. I know it's been like a couple weeks or a couple months since I have been on as New Cleopatra. But yes, I figured I would come on. This is a very exciting time. I have a couple other things to film as well. There's a new season of Drag Race coming out, so I'm going to be reviewing that on my second channel. So thank you all for being here. We're not going to wait for anyone to come on because it is so late, and I don't know if people are going to come on, to be honest. But that's not going to stop the show. So, before we get into the show, I want to remind you once again. Hi, J. Manuel. How are you? Thank you for being here. I want to remind you all once again that I do have a second channel, Lamarr Townsend, or Lamarr Townsend, or at Lamarr Townsend Official. It's a working title, alright, but also Lamarr Does Life was the title before. This is more like my vlogging channel, my lifestyle channel. I will be reviewing a new season of Drag Race here, though. That's partly why I'm in drag. If you would like a reading, you can definitely check out my website, Lamarr Townsend Tarot. I am available for personal readings, so I would love to read for you. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. You can also, of course, follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook. And if you would like a reading, go right to the store section. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things I do offer. I do email readings, phone readings, video recorded readings where you send your questions and I record myself doing your reading on my own time, and then I email you the video link to keep. I do birth chart readings, I do past life readings, I do mediumship readings. If you want to learn about your past lives or connect to the spiritual realm. And there's a price point for everyone, so definitely check out my website once again, lamartownsendtarot.com. So, you guys, let's get into it. So, there's some exciting news in the search for Cleopatra's tomb. And while I'm at it, actually, let me pull up, hold on. Let me pull up, my video, because I want to pull up, I think this might be a predicted it, but I don't know if I did this on Patreon or Instagram, so we're just going to look at this video. It's 19 minutes long. I uploaded it a year ago, but okay, so I'm reading from sciencealert.com. As you can see, it says archaeologists hunting for Cleopatra's tomb uncover a geometric miracle tunnel. Interesting. Alright, so this was posted on November 19th, 2022, and it's currently November 19th, 2022. I don't know if you can see the 19 there, but that's today's date. So this was actually posted today. I'm gonna read. Read from it for you all. Hi, that girl next door. Thank you all for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am New Cleopatra, and thank you. Welcome to the show. So, let's get into it. So, it says, underneath a temple in the ancient ruined city of Taposiris Magna, on the Egyptian coast, archaeologists have uncovered a vast, spectacular tunnel that experts are referring to as a geometric miracle. During ongoing excavations and exploration of the temple, Kathleen Martinez of the University of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic and colleagues uncovered the structure 13 meters, 43 feet. That's a lot of feet. So that means that this tunnel was like, imagine 43 feet. That's like, if I'm 5'8", that's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, 45. That's like 9 of me on top of one another. Below the surface. Wow. Alright, so it says below the ground. So let me read that again. During ongoing excavations and exploration of the temple, Kathleen Martinez of the University of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic and colleagues uncovered the structure 13 meters, high no name, aka 43 feet below the ground. The 2-meter tall tunnel had been hewn through an incredible 1,305 meters, 4,281 feet of sandstone. So this has to be important. This has to be important. Like, this has to be some, like, if it's not Cleopatra, which I don't know, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like, because there's some things they found about Cleopatra, we're going to read on. There's something here. Okay, so let's keep reading on. It says, its design, according to the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, is remarkably similar to the 1,036-meter tunnel of Eupalinos, a 6th century BCE aqueduct on the Greek island of Samos. Often referred to as a marvel of engineering, the conduit was unprecedented in design and construction in its day. Not surprisingly, Egyptians were very ahead of their time, so that makes sense. While the Taposiris Magna tunnel isn't without equal, I'm not sure what that means, its engineering is nonetheless just as impressive. Oh, so they're saying it's not as equal to, I guess, the tunnel of Eupalinos. Alright, I don't know why that's important. Alright, so let's continue on. Parts of the Taposiris Magna tunnel are submerged in water. Now that's an important part, you guys. Because I have noticed, I've watched a lot of, other readers. There's not that many readers who are brave enough to read Cleopatra or connect with Cleopatra, which is interesting, because we're so connected, right? But there's also things that you'll find in documentaries sometimes that mention that it's possible that Cleopatra's tomb may be submerged underwater due to Egypt, or that part of Egypt, going through a lot of, I think, earthquakes or something like that. So, and I don't know if I mentioned this in my reading I did on this, but we're going to watch the reading after I read all this. So, I found that interesting, the fact that it said parts of Taposiris Magna tunnel are submerged in water. I found that interesting. Alright, so it says, though putting aside its resemblance to the Eupalinos tunnel, its purpose is currently unknown. Now, I will say that, I could see the Eupalinos tunnel connection because it is Greek. And once again, Cleopatra is primarily, allegedly, alright, until we find her, it's said that she's primarily of Greek descent. Alright? So, back to the article. It says Kathleen Martinez, who has been working in Taposiris Magna since 2004. So it's 2022. She's been there since 2004. Let's do the math really quickly. That's probably 18 years. It's 2004, so I mean, if we add 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, that sounds about right to me. I'm going to go with 18. Does anyone object to that in the comment section? Let me know. All right, so it says Martinez, who has been working in the Taposiris Magna since 2004 in search of the lost tomb of Cleopatra VII, believes that the tunnel could be a promising lead. Now, this is a good point. Now, if you are subscribed to my Patreon, there is an episode of Kathleen Martinez on, I think it's Disney Plus, where it's new. It recently came out this year, I think, and I found this out through a client, actually. I did a client reading with someone who actually wanted me to channel Cleopatra, and then this client told me, by the way, this new episode came out recently about Cleopatra's tomb, you should watch it. So, if you're subscribed to my Patreon, I'm going to do a watch party soon. Probably, I might film it tonight, I don't know, we'll see. But we're going to do a watch party where I'm going to watch the episode with you all on my Patreon. You have to be subscribed to my Cleopatra Patreon tier to be able to view the watch party, but we're going to have a watch party to actually watch that episode of Kathleen Martinez, the person we're talking about here, actually doing the excavation of her tomb. And I don't know if this is in the episode, but we'll see when we watch. All right, let's move on. All right, Hi, Andy. Thank you for being here. How many people are in the room? Because I'm just talking and I'm not really paying attention to who's in the room. I'm sorry. So there's 11 people in the room. Please make sure that you like the video. Please make sure that you buy your ticket to the show by hitting the like button. I know I don't have nails on. Don't judge me. All right. Um, but I also know it's late, so thank you all to whoever the 11 people are here. Thank you. All right. Let's move on. It says 10. Oh, it says 10 people. Okay. Hi, Lio Saldana. You look very pretty tonight, Nucleo. Thank you, Lennon. Hi, Maria Crystal Mello. Hi, Wendy. So let's continue on. If you're just coming in the room, we're talking about the new discovery connected to Cleopatra's tomb. We know Cleopatra's tomb has never been found, but I have said numerous times before, and we're going to watch a video to see if I have some predicted it's that she's going to be found. All right. Let's move on. So it says Kathleen Martinez, who has been working in Taposiris Magna since 2004 in search of the lost tomb of Cleopatra VII, believes that the tunnel could be a promising lead. Previously, the excavations have yielded clues that seem to point to the famous queen and the last of the Ptolemies. Well, we know that Cleopatra is a Ptolemy. Her father was Ptolemy the 7th or whatever it is, all right? So it says Taposiris Magna was founded around 280 BCE by Ptolemy II. So this is Cleopatra's direct ancestor. Interesting. It says the son... hold on. Let's wait for the car to go by. Okay, it says the son of Alexander the Great's renowned general. By the way, I love Alexander the Great, just so you guys know. The son of Alexander the Great's renowned general and one of Cleopatra's forebearers, she herself ruled from 51 BCE until her death by suicide, allegedly, we'll say, in 30 BCE, okay? It says the temple the team believes was dedicated to the god Osiris, which makes sense of its name, Taposiris Magna, right? I don't know what the tap means in front of Osiris, but, you know, Osiris is in the name, right? Lio says, you mentioned once that there will be a Cleopatra exhibit by her birthday 2022. She's a Capricorn, so that'd be just around the corner. When's her actual birthday? I think it's sometime in January or December. Did I say that? Interesting. Okay. We'll have to see if that comes true. Okay. The temple the team believes was dedicated to the god Osiris. By the way, Osiris is also in Egyptian folklore or an Egyptian pantheon, all right? It is said that the god Osiris was married to his sister. You know, it is what it is. Isis. Isis, you know, is very connected to Cleopatra because Cleopatra considered herself the new Isis, which is why my name is the new Cleopatra. I'm not necessarily Cleopatra like, you know, herself, but I'm like the new Cleopatra. Does that make sense? That'll be important later. Remember that, all right? Yeah, you said in a Cleopatra Convo vid. Yeah. TM says, why such a big deal? Well, we're getting there, TM. So sit back and relax. All right. Oh, did someone delete that person? Thank you to whoever deleted that person. All right. So it says, the temple the team believes was dedicated to the god Osiris and his queen, the goddess Isis, like I was saying, the deity whom Cleopatra courted as a strong association. Coins bearing the name and likeness of Cleopatra and Alexander the Great have been found there, as well as figurines of Isis. Remember I was saying earlier, oh, you deleted it, okay. Remember I was saying earlier how there were things found at this temple, at this location. It says, burial shafts containing Greco-Roman burials have also been found in the temple. Which maybe that could be connected to maybe Mark Antony or something like that. Because I think was he Roman or I don't know. Greco is Greek, I believe. It's possible that if they're to be found at all, Cleopatra and her husband, Mark Antony, may have been interred in similar tombs. It says it's too early to tell if the new tunnel could lead to these long-lost tombs, but future work could yield more information. The next stage will be exploring the nearby Mediterranean Sea. Between 320 and 1303 CE, a series of earthquakes hit the coast. Remember, I was saying that earlier, causing part of the temple to collapse and be swallowed by the waves. So that's why they're looking into the sea. It says, in addition, excavations had previously revealed a network of tunnels stretching the Lake Mariot to the Mediterranean. Whether or not the tombs are found, or a thorough excavation of these ruins could tell us more about the mysterious ancient city. That's why I was saying I feel like, something's going to be found. The tunnel has already yielded some treasure, pieces of pottery, and a rectangular block of limestone. As then, Minister of Antiquities Zahi Hawass said 13 years ago, if we discover the tomb of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, it will be the most important discovery of the 21st century. This is why it's important, TM. So I wish you hadn't deleted your comment. I thought one of the moderators deleted it because they thought it was shady, but it is what it is. Anyways, it says, this is a quote from Zahi Hawass. I guess he said this 13 years ago. If we discover the tomb of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, it will be the most important discovery of the 21st century. If we did not discover the tomb of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, we made major discoveries here inside the temple and outside the temple. So either way, this is a win. The fact that Kathleen Martinez has discovered this tunnel, all right, this is for a win. This is a win. Now, like I said, and also Lennon said, because I remember saying something about something was going to be found connected to Cleopatra in 2022, I want to watch a video I did a year ago, a reading I did a year ago on Cleopatra and Mark Antony. All right? So, and because it's really late, and so there's so many of you on, actually, I may do something special for you all. I'm not going to say what it is, but we'll have to see how this goes first before I commit to that. All right, so I'm trying to, okay, let's share the screen. I want to also be on camera though. All right, so I did a reading on the tombs of Cleopatra and Mark Antony a year ago. I'm gonna see exactly the date, or I hope I can see the date. It says this premiered on August 2nd, 2021. So this is a year ago and 3 months, all right? I did a reading on Cleopatra and Mark Antony and their tombs and whether or not their tombs would be found. Now, I actually uploaded part 2, and I didn't even know I uploaded part 2 of this on Patreon, Vimeo, and YouTube. So now I'm thinking what I was going to originally do, I don't think I can do that anymore. Part 2 is too exclusive. I was going to show parts of part 2, but I didn't realize I had uploaded it to Patreon, Vimeo, and YouTube. So I'm going to leave part 2 as exclusive. I'm just going to hope that part 1 here, I spill some sort of tea. Once again, I haven't watched this probably since I uploaded it, to be honest with you. So I have no idea what I'm going to say here. But I just vaguely remember, saying something was going to happen this year. So let's watch it together. Grab your drink, grab your whatever, grab your popcorn, and let's get into it. I have my coffee here. All right, and yeah, let's see. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my psychic reading. First of all, can you guys even hear? This must have been before I got a new microphone. Can you guys hear? The new tomb they found with the 300 mummies with the female leader, they're writing history for her. The new tomb they found with the 300 mummies. No, I don't think we're talking about the same tomb. You may have to rewatch the video. Fiona says, Lamarr, you look so good as a woman. You are very pretty. Thank you. Leo says, yes, we can hear. Okay, let's get into it. Once again, sorry, you guys. I'm listening. I'm just a few feet away. I can hear it. So don't think just because I'm off camera, I'm not listening. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my psychic reading, tarot reading on the tomb of Cleopatra and Mark Antony. If you don't know, the history of the tomb of Mark Antony and Cleopatra, they've never been actually found. The mummies of Mark Antony and Cleopatra have never been found. There's so many theories and histories as to where they could be. You know, there is an archaeological search for her grave currently, I believe, or there was one a couple years ago, or maybe a year or two ago. But there's been so many kind of up in the air, you know, kind of like, where is she? Where could they be? Are they even together? And of course, we've done countless conversations with Cleopatra, and she's alluded more than once in both part 1 and 2 of a lot of the conversations we've had as to where she is buried or to where her whereabouts actually are. But I figured it'd be a good time to just kind of do a reading on it just in general to maybe get what I see. So it's not technically a conversation with Cleopatra, although it kind of is, because at the beginning I'm going to do a cold reading that I will post for the YouTube public to see, just so that I can feel the energies out. And then the tarot reading portion, which is me looking, you know, into a situation that will be for members only of my YouTube channel or for Patreon members. It may also be available on my Vimeo. I'm going back and forth on whether I want to actually make part 2 available on my Vimeo, but if it is, it will be on Vimeo as well, but definitely it will be on my Patreon for my Patreon members, all my Patreon members, and all of my YouTube members. So if you want to see part 2 of this video, definitely become a member of my YouTube by clicking the join button. I think you might have to be on the computer or an Android or something like that. I don't think it is able to do it on iPhone currently, or maybe it's changed. I don't know. Hopefully it has. Click the join button and become a member of my YouTube channel. Very easy. Or go to my Patreon, where you can get more exclusive content, even more that I haven't posted on my YouTube, that I haven't posted on my Vimeo, that I haven't posted on for my members or my podcast or any other place other than Patreon. So there's kind of benefits to each subscription. It's really up to you. You know, it's kind of like a subscription service. You know, you pick and choose, right? Anyways, with that being said, there's a couple things I want to get into before I get into the cold reading of the psychic energies I get. I do want to say, of course, if you would like a personal reading from me, definitely check out my website. Jesus, well, I see where I get all the talking from. Lamarr talks a lot. I love him, but he talks a lot. Let's skip it a little bit, because you know, this is the usual spiel we do, all right? With that being said, or maybe some of you used up for that, I don't know. But anyways, there's one more thing I want to get into. I don't want to make this intro too long, but I actually met this guy named Marcel. Let me make sure I get his name right. Marcel Bernardi on Etsy. And I forgot the first thing I bought from him. I bought so many things from him now. I don't remember the first thing I bought from him. Oh, I think it may have been a pendant or something like that, or maybe some jewelry related thing. And we just kind of been talking through the messages back and forth, and he actually turns out to be a really cool guy. He's going to. So the story of this is I ended up buying that necklace you see there from this guy on Etsy, and I said I would shout him out. So that's that story. An Egyptian ring that I actually kind of like better as a necklace for some reason. It gave me a very mod vibe. Smoke this guy, and shout out this guy Marcel Bernardi. So this is his Etsy. If you guys want to buy stuff from him, he's really cool. And as you can see, nail bath, Germany. But you guys, the shipping to get to me in Virginia was so freaking fast. I'm always surprised by how quick his stuff comes to me, because I'm like, dude, you're in Germany, and literally I ordered this maybe
maybe a week or two ago, and it's already here. Whereas, like, especially this COVID generation, for my necklace and my ring, of course, and Mark Anthony. Oh, please don't tell me I'm also running out of like a food. Okay, I got just enough to get a little bit of. You kind of see that, right? I would like a little more, but for God's sake, I don't want to also rub down the skin on my thumb. All right, thank you for continuing carrying the energy of this space for many past readings. Thank you for opening up the channel so that I can give a good reading on Cleopatra and Mark Antony's tombs, where they lay. May Cleopatra come through. May Mark Antony come through her. Should it be so, if she allows that to be, in the name of Jesus. And Father God, thank you for protecting this space, this energy, this home, my energy, the energies of those watching this video. Amen, amen, and amen.
Amen.
The first thing I'm getting is, I don't know why I'm like kind of seeing from Cleopatra's view, her being carried away, almost like it seems like in some sort of caravan, or maybe it's almost like a cattle, a horse, something, a donkey, carrying some sort of caravan or something, and like she's in the back of it, and she's kind of looking out in the distance and crying. It kind of gives me the energy that they just had, the energy that there's a burial, like she just buried Mark Antony. Maybe she just left the gravesite and she's leaving, but that like around her is a lot of sand and dust and things like that. So kind of giving me the energy that Mark Antony is buried somewhere in sand. She's also showing me kind of like levels. So maybe there's something about levels, ground, either leveled stone ground, sand ground, a very sandy, dusty, windy area. I have to travel though, because I get travel. Um, but it's almost like something about a temple as well, like maybe near a temple, in a temple.
Did you guys hear that? We have a troll. Hold on. Wait, how come the troll's not showing up on my thingy? Can someone get rid of the troll, Lennon? I'm gonna make you a moderator. Can you get rid of the troll? I think they blocked me, so I can't like get rid of them. Or maybe someone got rid of them in there. I don't know. It is what it is. I made Lennon a moderator. Did you guys hear that? TM says, so another question. Don't she represent the all-seeing eye? Well, the all-seeing eye could be connected to Egypt just in general. It's not necessarily Cleopatra. I think you're also associating that connection due to, I think, the all-seeing eyes around a pyramid or a triangle, which is associated to Egypt. So, yeah, I'm not sure maybe if that's the connection you're getting, TM. But let me replay that past part, all right? Let me, because remember, we're talking about a temple has just been found. This was uploaded a year ago. I know the audio sucks, and I'm sorry. I don't think I had a micro. I think my microphone was on the fritz at this time. So I'm gonna try and bring the microphone closer to the screen. I think the audio is as up as it can be. All right. For some reason, the troll's not showing in your live chat to remove it. It's okay. Who cares? All right. Let's listen.
Sand ground, very sandy ground.
Thank you, Alicia. Alicia says I just reported it and the messages deleted from my chat. Thank you. I think they're gone.
Either level stone ground. So maybe there's something about that Mark Antony is buried somewhere in sand. She's also showing me kind of like levels. So maybe there's something about levels, ground, either leveled stone ground, sand ground, A very sandy, dusty, windy area. Have to travel though, because I get traveling. Um, but it's almost like something about a temple as well, like maybe near a temple, in a temple. But I get far away distance, like literally having to travel. Like she's kind of giving me like I wouldn't be surprised if maybe
That was the predicted
to
it.
go actually bury Mark Antony's body. Because you have to also be mindful, according
Did you guys just hear me mention the temple?
in a temple, think about a temple as well, like maybe near a temple, in a temple. But I get far away distance, like literally having to travel.
I wonder if me saying far away travel was like the depth of the temple. Now, we don't know for sure that this temple is going to lead to Cleopatra, but something was found. So this is something. I don't know if this is something. I'm going to say this is something. This is a predicted it. I feel like. All right, now once again, I don't know if this is we don't know if this is connected to Cleopatra's tomb specifically. But there's a lot of clues here. And once again, if you're just coming in the room, thank you for being here. Make sure you like the video by hitting the like button. It's free. Buy your ticket to the show by hitting the like button. The fact that they found artifacts connected to Cleopatra's time is also a clue here. Thank you, Lennon. Okay, Lennon got patrol. Yes, Lennon. Getting rid of the roaches. I love that. Yes, get rid of the roaches, honey. We live for it. Okay, so Illy says, oh my god, I'm so happy about Dr. Kathleen and Cleo. I was the client who mentioned the update on Dr. Kathleen to you last month in a private reading. Yes. Okay, so thank you for being here. So you are the client. I was literally just telling everyone about you. I didn't mention your name or anything like that, so don't worry, but I was literally just telling everyone the whole reason why I'm getting into this, because we're gonna do a watch party actually about the episode you told me about. I'm gonna do a watch party on my Patreon. I don't know if we talked about my Patreon. I don't know. I think you mentioned you're a Patreon member. I don't remember. But anyways, we're gonna do a watch party of that episode on my Patreon because of you. So thank you for that. Thank you, TM. TM says, "Wow, this is amazing. You're gifted. You're my girl." Thank you, Lennon, because the troll's just always trying it. But anyway, you guys, that was kind of a predicted it. Let's listen to that one more time. Remember, the whole reason why we're here in this live stream is because of a temple. All right. This video we're watching was uploaded a year and 3 months ago. I'm going to show you guys the date again, all right, specifically, but I think this was uploaded sometime in August 2021. It's now November 2022. And the whole reason why we're here, at the beginning of the video, we were talking about the fact that a temple had been found underneath, or something had been found underneath a temple, all right? That was like geometrically like very profound. And then there were some artifacts also found that dated back to Cleopatra's time when she was alive. So, all right. So I'm just updating you all who are just coming in the room. It looks like there's like, I don't know, 20 people in the room or something like that. So thank you all for being here. Illy says, yes, my love, it's not a coincidence. I was in Egypt the day I had the reading with you, and now those news. Oh my god, I forgot you were in Egypt. You totally were in Egypt when you got that reading. I forgot about that. How did I forget about that? That key part, the fact that you were in Egypt. Child, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, okay. Calm down. Calm down. You look too pretty. Alright, calm down, girl. Alright. Breathe. Breathe. Alright, I'm getting too excited. Okay. Illy says, I have pictures of Cleopatra and her son. Her son was Julius Caesar, right? What was the son's name again? Caesarion? I have a picture of Cleopatra and her son on the Temple of Deandra I want to send to you. By the way, I'm normally not awake at this time and I saw this live. Another synchronicity. Caesarion, yes. Please send it to me. And also, I want to know if some of the stuff I predicted for you came true. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Alright.
Like she's kind of giving me like I wouldn't be surprised. It's like something about a temple and travel. I get travel. Um, but it's almost like something about a temple as well. Like maybe near a temple, in a temple. But I get far away distance. Like literally having to travel. Like she's kind of giving me like I wouldn't be surprised if maybe to go actually bury Mark Antony's body. Because you have to also be mindful, according to facts and history, Mark Antony died before Cleopatra. I believe he killed himself or something like that. There's this weird thing where I think he killed himself because he thought Cleopatra had passed away, but by the time he realized it was untrue or whatever he thought was real was untrue, it was too late. I think he had pierced himself with a sword. Um, but Augustus, who had triumphed over Cleopatra and won over Egypt, allowed Cleopatra to bury Mark Antony before her fate, with losing to Augustus. So, but I'm getting the energy where, like, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Cleopatra had traveled a day or two to actually go bury him. Like, maybe it's that far away in some way, shape, or form. Um, like I get something about Mark Antony's body and being associated with a temple that you wouldn't expect him to be buried or be near. It's like kind of like it's almost like why was he buried here? Why was he near here? What was the purpose or the meaning or the kind of like uh, ideology behind him being buried here? Is how I kind of get them discovering him or finding his body. In terms of Cleopatra, I hear secret passage, secret tunnel. And
You guys, oh my god, I can't with this. This is so like, this is causing me too many emotions right now. Like, did you guys hear that? I just said something about a secret tunnel or passageway. Like, okay, so Illy says, Fiona says, Illy, that is so cool that you were in Egypt. Was that your first time there? Illy says, how much of the stuff was future stuff, but you told me to leave money at each temple I visited as an offering to the gods. Yes, yes, yes. It was literally a mission to do that because guards are strict, but I did it. Yeah, I figured you would do it. Yeah. Like I figured, because it was spirit, so spirit is always going to find a way. Illy says, came back last week, so I'm waiting to see the fruition of all the activations I received in Egypt. Can't wait. It's an exciting time, Illy. Let's go back to the video. All right. So listen, you guys, listen closely. All right, I'm talking about Cleopatra, and I mentioned a tunnel.
I hear secret passage, secret tunnel. And she's alluded to this before, and I think the Patreon exclusive video, where she talks about mummies and life in Egypt, I think, in part two, that's only available on Patreon, I think, where I think Cleopatra's death or burial was a bit more like, what's the word? Pre-planned, yes, but a bit more intricate. Like, I get that Cleopatra, what I'm immediately hearing is that she's buried, I get underground.
Oh my god.
This is
Oh
how
my
I like
god.
it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys, for like having a moment, but this is a big deal. Fiona says, when you channel Lamarr, do you remember what you channeled? No. Or when it comes, it like takes you over and you want you at the moment. I'm me in the moment, but how do I explain it? When I channel, I'm me in the moment. I'm present fully, but I trust spirit. So wherever spirit takes me, whatever spirit shows me, I'm down for the ride. You know? But it's like, imagine, I don't know, like imagine going on a roller coaster when you were young, and it's like maybe you were a bit nervous, but or maybe you were scared, but it's like it's just gonna be what it is gonna be, and it's like you go on the ride and you face your fears or whatever, but it's like after the ride you don't remember like what happened, or you don't remember the details. You know, like I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it is for me when I channel. It's like I'm present in the moment, but afterwards I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, what happened again? Like I don't know. I just kind of leave it. You know, it's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. Illy says, yes, babe. Cleopatra came into my life 3 or 4 months ago, and right away I found Lamarr, and her energy became stronger, and she helped me buy my house, and then a trip came to me to go to Egypt. Child. You channeled her in a very soft way. I like how you look. It's like she's talking straight to you. Thank you, TM. Illy says, it happened so fast, I literally quantum leaped. I had my first session with Lamarr the day I got to Egypt. I remember that. Yep, I remember that. That was like, that doesn't feel like that was that long ago. Like, it was like, what, a month ago that you got that reading? Oh, okay. I just, okay. Let's get back to it. All right.
A bit more intricate than life in Egypt, I think. In part two, but Patra, I hear secret passage, secret tunnel. And she's alluded to this before, and I think the Patreon exclusive video, which she talks about mummies and life in Egypt, I think, in part two, but only available on Patreon, I think, where I think Cleopatra's death or burial was a bit more like, what's the word? Pre-planned, yes, but a bit more intricate. Like, I get that Cleopatra, what I'm immediately hearing is that she's buried, I get underground.
Oh my god.
This is all legends for entertainment purposes only, right? I get underground. She may be more underground. It's interesting. I don't know why I get like maybe Mark Antony could be either buried above ground, on ground, level with ground, but she may be buried below. And there's some planning with that, maybe where it's like above and below kind of thing. Even if they're in different areas, because I feel like they may be in different areas.
That's interesting, because I thought, like, once again, you guys, I do these readings and I don't remember, but I would have thought that they would be buried together. So, it's interesting looking back at this. It was a month ago. Yeah, Illy. Fiona says, you remember the experience but not the details. Is that how it is when you channel? Yes, I remember the experience. I don't remember the details. That's a perfect summation. Like how Illy, like I remember doing a reading with Illy, but I missed the detail of the fact that she was in Egypt at the time that we did the reading. Does that make sense? Like I remember the experience, I remember the ride, but I don't remember the details of the ride. Elise says, by the way, I've seen all the videos by Lamarr and Cleopatra. I've learned so many beauty, sex, magic, and abundance tips. Cleopatra helping us level up, guys. Everyone was calling me Cleopatra in Egypt. Yes. See? This is her energy. Like, she's coming through so strong. You guys, I wish, like, there's things going on behind the scenes, and I hate when people are like this, when they say there's things going on behind the scenes. But there's things going on behind the scenes in my own life that Cleopatra has helped me with and has brought me to that are a big deal beyond YouTube. And I'll just leave that there because I know people are watching my channel at this point, so I can't say too much. All right? But I'll leave that alone. All right? Because I don't want to spill too much tea on that. But yeah. All right, let's get back to the video.
Somehow, the way they're placed is intricately connected. Like, if you find one, you're able to find the other different areas. For legends for entertainment purposes only, right? I get underground. She may be more underground. It's interesting. I don't know why I get like maybe Mark Antony could be either buried above ground, on ground, level with ground, but she may be buried below. And there's some planning with that, maybe where it's like above and below kind of thing. Even if they're in different areas, because I feel like they may be in different areas. But somehow the way they're placed is intricately connected. Like if you find one, you're able to find the other if you just kind of like crack the code, whatever the code is. There's a code behind their burials, I think, where they maybe their deaths, but I feel like there's a code connected to their burials.
Did you guys hear that? I said that there's a code connected to their burials. Cleopatra's so beautiful, I wish I could look like her. The interesting thing is we actually don't know really what she looks like. We're just going by the little artifacts we do have of her. All right? But I've also talked about how she looks, how I think she looks. I've talked about what I believe to be her race based on, once again, the conversations we've had with her, me channeling her energy. I have videos on that on YouTube. Ellie says, Lamarr, you also said in another video Cleopatra told you she was surrounded by water, and this tunnel Dr. Kathleen found is flooded with water, so maybe that's what she meant. What video was that, Illy? What video was that? I don't remember. I've done so many conversations with her, but I kind of want to watch that video now. Would you know what video that was? If you remember, put it in the comments, alright?
It could deal with something ancient Egyptian math, archaeology. I think it also deals with understanding, like, location, like, but it feels like according to ancient Egypt in that time, like, maybe this would have been over here. If you wanted to get to this place, you had to go that way, whereas, like, maybe in this day and time, somehow they're switched. Like, there's something with that. And that's why they're also difficult to find. Their burials. I'm also hearing archaeology, like maybe something with their passing had to do with archaeology or geography. I feel like it has to do with something like that, or not their passing, their burials.
Okay.
But I question whether they're buried in the same place.
Well, remember, they did say that, like, the tunnel that they found was, like, this, like, geographical anomaly, or what was the words they used in the article? Let's look again. Can you guys see the article? It says, archaeologists hunting for Cleopatra's tomb uncover a geometric miracle tunnel. Once again, this was uploaded today, November 19th, 2022. You guys. Ailey says, I don't remember because I saw all of them. It's like 50 plus. Yeah, I know I've done so many videos with Cleopatra. Lennon says, you mentioned once that you were going to be a part of Cleopatra in either Julius Caesar or Mark Antony's tomb finding. I do remember saying that. I do remember vaguely saying that, Lennon, as well. Illy says, it may have been one of those random live ones you did in the past few months, but don't remember which one. Oh my god. Yeah, I was looking back at those lives, and I was like, I wish I had been more organized. Because with Cleopatra content, I like to be, like, chronologically, like, it's chronologically important to me to, like, I don't know, what's the word I want to use? Like, curate the Cleopatra content. So those lives are a lot of fun, but I feel like they didn't reach the audience I wanted them to reach. So, but here we are doing another live. It is what it is. Whatever. All right. But yes, I agree, Illy. 10 says, I just love Cleo. Me too. What can I say? I wish I could tell you guys, like, more about, like, there's so much I want to tell you guys. I just can't. Yeah. All right.
Maybe that they're both buried underground, but it's like they're both in secret passages and chambers, but there's something about the way they're placed where it's like there's a connection. It's like if you find one, you should be able to find the other. Okay. I'm seeing maybe, what's his name, Mark Anthony was buried in some sort of armor. Or definitely maybe a tomb or sarcophagus. Or a combination of something of those. But the way he's buried, it's almost like um, it would be hard to unstuck him. It would take a lot of work to unstuck him.
Hmm.
I feel like there's something with maybe like stuck in place almost. But I see drilling, so I feel like they may find his tomb. But once they find his tomb, he's been there for a while. He's been there for a while. Cleopatra. See, it's interesting with her. I feel like moved,
Hmm.
moved energy. Like maybe she was moved, and I think she's talked about this too. Maybe her burial site was either moved, her body's been moved at least twice. I get the number two. Twice, twice. I hear twice. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get to part two, but you had to have a map. Back in the ancient times, only I think a few people actually knew where these two were buried. I think the only people who knew and maybe would generally spread the word of mouth were really the people who um, were a part of the actual burial processes back then. But in order to find these two burial spots, you had to have a map in ancient times. Or if you're getting a map, you have to have a map of some sort. But I think you have to have like there's something with ancient, like ancient times map, and that somehow that being a part of proxima code. It's like not necessarily in today's time, because what maybe something was called or where something was placed in ancient times is not necessarily the same in today's modern 2021 time. So hopefully that will help in some way, shape, or form. I don't know, but I do think eventually they're going to be found, or there's going to be something about cracking the code, but I think the code has to be cracked. All right, I've said enough. We're going to go ahead and get into part two. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I will see you all over in part two. I don't want this to be too long because I do have to also, I have two clients I have to
I don't
get
want it
to
to
as well,
end.
phone readings. So if you want a reading from me, definitely check out my website, lamarrthompsontarot.com. Once again, thank you so much. Myself and my beautiful jewelry, I will be buying more from you, of course.
It is
Go check
pretty.
out his Etsy shop, you guys. He's really good, great with customer service and swift. Also, tell him I sent you as well. All right, love and light. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you on.
You guys, that was such a good reading. I really enjoy watching myself. Is that weird to enjoy watching you? I like watching me. I think I'm entertaining. Anyways. Illy says, what's weird is that the episode Dr. Kathleen did that aired earlier this year, it mentioned the tunnel and the room at the end of the tunnel, but not sure why the Egyptian government is talking about it now. That contour is amazing. Oh my god. Thank you, Evan Sugar Baby. Illy said, Lamarr, I asked about Cleopatra's tomb in my reading and Spirit said something about 7. So we analyzed it could be 7 months or the 7th month of the year, 7 years, but I hope it's not 7 years. Well, if you got it a month ago, 7... I don't know, because with the Egyptian government, I don't know. We might have to do a reading on the Egyptian government. I feel like they may be holding things up, to be honest with you. And I think I've said that before, too. Fiona says, when you channel, do you immediately get pictures in your mind? I'm so fascinated. Sometimes. It depends. But yeah, a lot of times I'll get pictures in my mind. I'm clairvoyant, so I see things. Sometimes I hear things. Sometimes, rarely, I'll smell something, that's very rare though. Sometimes I'll hear something, that's very rare as well. But I'm more clairvoyant, sentient, cognizant, I think, as well. That's the other one. I don't know, I think that's all I have for this video. That's all the updates I have. I mean, I wanted to show you all part 2. but part two is just too exclusive. But if you want to watch part two, you can watch it on Vimeo. You can watch it by becoming a member of my YouTube channel, and you can also watch it by becoming a Patreon member on my Patreon. So I wanted to show a little bit of part two for you all, but I just feel like that would be a disservice to my Vimeo and Patreon and YouTube members. So we're gonna keep it exclusive. But I feel like that was good. I feel like I got satiated from that alone. Fiona sounds like she might want to take a psychic development class from Lamarr. Oh, that's a good point, Lennon. Lennon, if you don't mind me saying, Lio Saldana, aka Lennon, I call him Lennon, or them Lennon, has actually taken a spiritual development or a psychic development class from me, and we do talk a lot about these things in the psychic development class. You know, the different types of clairs, the different types of spiritual gifts that one can have, and how to actually develop them. So that's a good point, Lennon. Thank you for mentioning that. Fiona says, did you always know you were gifted? Were you freaked out by it at first? I've always known I was gifted, yes. Was I freaked out by it at first? Not really. There's been moments that I've been freaked out. I remember one time I had this really weird dream where I was being like this was when I was younger. This weird ghost was like just kind of throwing me and thrashing me around my room. And then I had one really weird dream, another weird dream where out of nowhere, out of the ground, it's like this statue of the devil came out. These are weird dreams I've had. So anyways, these moments, and then there was another time, I don't know why I'm talking about this. There's another time where, has anyone ever had that thing where, like, what's it called? Where you're sleeping and you feel like you can't move? What's that called again? That happened to me once, and I felt like that was spiritual and that was scary. So those are the really only scary moments I've had being gifted. Other than that, I don't think really anything scares me. Sleep paralysis. Yes, sleep paralysis, exactly. Or I'll say there's a few things that scare me. Alright? Yes, exactly. Yeah, I've had sleep paralysis before. Not in a long time, but yeah, I've had that before. That was really weird and scary. Still can't explain that. I just remember waking up, I could not move my body, and I heard like clinking. Like, it's almost like, I don't know if you've ever been in a doctor's office or if you've ever been like had surgery. Usually when you have like major surgery, you're sleeping, but imagine waking up in the middle of surgery and you're hearing drilling noises and clinking sounds and people talking around you. And this feeling of people looking at your body, like, that's what I felt. That was so weird. I still don't know how to explain that. I felt like someone was working on my body. It felt like waking up in the middle of someone working on your body. Like the medicine they give you to make you go to sleep had worn off. And I just woke up and I couldn't move. It was so weird. Have you channeled quite an unusual being before? Not intentionally, no. Absolutely not. But I'm very particular about cleansing my energy and things of that nature. So actually after this, by the way, I'm going to be uploading there's a new RuPaul's Drag Race season coming out. So if you like my reviews of RuPaul's Drag Race, there will be a new one coming out tonight. You guys know I love Canada. I don't know why I love Canada. I just love Canada. All right, so there's a new season of Canada versus the World. Episode 1 came out tonight. So part of why I'm in drag is because I want to review that. And I just miss being in drag. But also the fact that I'm in drag is going to be important down the line. All right? That's good. That's, I'll leave that there. Read between the lines. Do spirits, evil or good, hang around you? Probably both. Not even lying. Probably both. CM says, I was scared when it happened to me. I trapped on the room. I couldn't speak or turn to see me who was in my bed next to me. Yeah, sleep paralysis is a weird experience. Alright, you guys. It's literally almost 4 a.m. here, and I have other content to film. Luckily, I have coffee. Alright. So I should be good to go, but this live stream was really intense, really fun, and I'm excited to see what's next. Now remember, if you are a part of my Patreon, pretty soon, in a couple days most likely, we're going to be doing a watch party of Kathleen Martinez's episode of her actually doing the extrication, right? Excavate, whatever it is. Her doing the archaeology, all right, of actually finding Cleopatra's tomb. This is a new episode that came out, I think maybe a couple months ago. Me and Illy were just talking about it here in the chat. So you guys, if you're just coming in, this was a really good live stream. Go back and watch the replay, all right? A lot of tea here. And we'll be keeping up to date with this story, along with many others. You guys, this has been so fun. I hate to leave, but I have to go. I love you all, and I thank you all for listening and watching. Please support Lamarr's channel, this channel, by subscribing, liking, sharing, hitting the like button, by or buying your ticket to the show by hitting the like button. By the way, New Cleopatra will be having her own channel soon. It's already in the works. Well, not really. It's already been, you know, the channel's already there. I just have to post the content, all right? So, look forward to that, you guys. A lot of new things coming up. I love you all. And we just love Cleopatra. Look to a new Cleopatra episode coming soon on YouTube, by the way. If you didn't watch the newest Cleopatra conversation that we did maybe a month ago, we had a conversation with Cleopatra about enemies. And also, if you missed the Cleopatra live streams we did over the last few months, over the summer, lots of tea there, all right? All right, I love you all. Lots of Cleopatra content for you to, you know, watch and binge. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light. And let's end the show with a good night. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me. That's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me. That's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. Bye everyone. Bye Wendy. Bye Lennon. Bye Illy. Bye T. Bye Fiona. Bye you all. Love and light.